What is going on, everyone? Lone Gamer back at you with some more Outriders. Last episode, we basically went through the character creation all the way through the tutorial, and we ended up making our way over to our first camp. And unfortunately, I did not know this was basically, you could be a co-op. So I had two randoms join, and they kind of teleported me over to this little, I have no idea where we're at actually, but we're supposed to go into the Hounds warehouse and save Jakob. So we are here. I have tried to leave and go back up to the top where I was located, but the game is not letting me do that at this point, so I guess I'm going to have to fight my way through whatever this is right here, so we'll go ahead and continue from here. See what happens.
I'm looking for Jakob Dabrowski. Go away.
Listen, asshole. You got a gun pointed right at your...
Oh! Nice. Okay. Light them up. Okay. God, man, just no matter where you hide, I mean, it's there. Oh shit, we got a big boy here. Oh, he's hurt. Body armor, okay. Take a look at that body armor here. Oh, okay. We didn't have any, so I guess we automatically pick that up. Nice. Let's see here. Hold to open, okay. Uh-oh. Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah. Let me know how that worked out for you there. Oh, shit. I got quick! Ouch. Let's get out of here. lot of guys. Holy crap, man. Ow! Oh, no. Okay.
Now where's Jakob?
Oh, got some loot in here. How do we get in there? I think I used a lot of ammo on that. Oh, okay. That's how we get it. Nice. What we got here? Got a mask. Equip that. Resource pickup. You automatically pick up resources dropped by your enemies if you approach. Check your inventory. Okay. Is there anything else of value here? What about over here? Yep, here we go. I don't need that, but I'll pick it up. I think there's a vendor. I think I saw on the map you can actually sell stuff, so just sell that. Looks like it's less armor than when I'm trying to explore everything I can here. Woof, woof, woof. Take a look and see what the developers put in here. I like to do a thorough exploration in here. Not much to see in here though, but starting to get some armor on us. Nice. Whoa. Okay. 18 leather. Boots are less than what I have, so we'll just pick those up and sell them. Pistol's better, so I'll equip that. And the helmet's better. Go. Starting to get starting to look like a actual soldier.
Nice eyes.
Hey! Whoa. Whoa, sorry guys. I thought this was the bathroom. You okay?
I had it under control.
Yeah, you did.
Been a while.
Do I know you? Kurva! Then I thought you were dead.
You'll soon be dead if you don't get your ass to Shears right now.
Sure. All right. Come meet me there when you're ready.
Well, it's good to see he's still alive.
Shira, I got Jakob out in one piece. He's on his way to you.
That old drunk just refuses to die. Well, you should come join us. We have some catching up to do.
Okay. Return point. This is a return point. You can use that to fast travel back to the camp or any explorer flags that you have captured. Return points are one way only. Okay. Well, that saved me. Good, because there was no other way for me to get out of here, so. Vendor. Okay, I guess we can go here. Go. Shit. God, where we at? You were here. Okay. Meet with Jakob and Shira at her command room. Can we talk to anybody?
Sign of knowing where I'd rather be.
Hey, can you hook me up? Come on, I'm sweating here. I'll even share it with you.
Hook you up with what? Alright, play together. No, thank you. Switch between single and co-op mode. Up to 3 players. We're playing with the difficulty. Yeah, it's, that's kind of some Borderlands right there. More players equals tougher enemies. Tougher enemies equals better loot. That's the famous motto for that game. Okay, we're gonna solo this for a while if I can. If it gets too difficult, then we'll.
Ain't nothing free.
Oh, here we go.
Alter now.
Okay. Shopping money. Vendors will allow you to buy and sell items. Your current amount of scrap, Phoenix currency, okay. And other resources can be found at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. So I have 827. Okay. Dang, man, one piece is 500? Whoa! Dang, 1,000? Oh, that one's got a talent on it. Nice. Well, no, I guess I'll have to wait then. Jeez. Go ahead and sell. I really need scraps too, though. Sell that. Sell that. Alright.
What you see is what you get.
Evidently. We got a cage match here.
He cheated! He cheated!
Hey, nobody has anything to say. Nobody wants to talk. Oh, what we got over here? Another one of those, Okay, journal entry unlocked. Relocation. ECA Committee reports September 2159. As the ECA searches for a more secure location to migrate the colony, current analysis suggests that the only way to secure food production is via the construction of underground aeroponic farms. Okay, aeroponic farming is the only way to grow enough food to sustain the population, and this technology needs at least the least space and the lowest volume of water, as low as 2% of water used in conventional farming. Interesting, okay. In an aeroponic farm, nutrient-rich water is vaporized to form a mist that is then sprayed onto the roots of crops. With the correct nutrient solutions, it would be possible to provide a continuous yield of sweet potatoes, the most calorie-dense food available. Production indicate that this can provide our current members a total of 2,000 calories a day, or I guess kcal a day. I'm going to say calories. Moving the farms underground will require grow lights, which in turn increase the necessity for more fuel. Okay. One scout team has reported the discovery of a formation of deep rifts that could provide natural shelter from the anomaly storms. Even more fortuitous, these rifts are host to bitumen sand, which could provide us with more than enough fuel. We can recover oil by mining the sands in their solid form, then washing them to extract crude oil. This oil will provide a vital resource not only as a fuel, but also as a precursor to polymers and resins required in other branches of industry. Although this method of petroleum extraction can produce great amounts of waste, it can be disposed of in numerous rifts around the region. This will lead to a significant decline in air quality for the colony and likely increase the number of deaths attributed to lung diseases, but the ECA fully intends for these rifts to be a temporary home, which plans already in motion to relocate the colony when circumstances become more favorable. Interesting. What else do we have here? Okay, we got all our characters talked about. Enemies. Talked about the alien creature here. Let's talk about Maxwell's guard. Sergeant Major Charles Maxwell's personal guard assigned to escort him to the surface of Indian by landing day and protect him at all costs. They are trained to establish a line of defense against any would-be aggressor who threatens Maxwell, favoring maneuverability and speed over armor. Actually, I do like that armor. And these are the insurgents. This is Runner and Sergeant Captain. Yeah, they were just famous. Now let's see how fast you can run. A sadistic, cruel officer leading insurgent forces opposing Rifttown. He captured you and sentenced you to death by forcing you to walk across no man's land and found pleasure in doing so. Okay, the runner's first name is unknown. It's believed his parents were Brazilian metal workers who were killed savagely in the early years of colonization. Reports say he grew up with a gang of homeless children living in the gutters, probably stealing food and dodging bullets. Like many of those caught out in the open with only makeshift shacks and corrugated steel for shelter, they were struck by a storm. Many of his friends died, while Rainer alone survived the storm and was transformed, though he did not become a true alter. As is the case with other so-called captains, his powers are limited. Still, he is by no means less dangerous. Rainer's abilities saw him conscripted into the insurgent army soon after. His new mid-level powers elevate him in rank, grant him command of a platoon of insurgents. Sources say Rainer carries a chip on the shoulder, forever feeling stunned, unfinished, and fully altered human. Okay. Interesting. Can't go that way. How am I supposed to get up here?
Hey, I'm starving here. Have you no heart?
Well, not over here. World information. All important information is marked with special icons visible both in the world and on radar. Okay? Well, can we go up?
I find some semblance.
Yeah, I bet it's in there. Okay. Just want to look around. Floating rocks. Interesting.
I find some semblance.
Yeah, nobody has anything to say. Okay. Well, I guess let's go talk to Shira.
After we capture the bunker, we need to prepare for a counteroffensive.
Oh, here's something else over here. Hang on. Ah, Shira's journal. Nice. Let's look at that. Alright. Private journal. Shira's journal. Fragment from an old entry. There were still many in ECA who harbored ill will for me after I testified against Sergeant Major Maxwell. Yeah, I would have testified against him too. Many more who were loyal to President Nyberg. They trusted in the figureheads, not only in the institution, for them to wake up the day after the bloody assault and find me suddenly at the helm and rang alarms in their heads. I was a nobody, a little girl in their eyes, someone who barely deserved a seat on the ship, never mind leading the ECA. Before I had even realized that I was effectively a Grand Marshal They made their move. They entered my bunker, ordered my own guards to arrest me. Jacob was there by chance and was Lieutenant McCain, though he was only a private then. I put up my hands by instinct, used to following orders, not giving them. But Jacob, who had disparaged me the most, looked at me, disappointment drawn on his face. He wasn't having it. He only spoke one word, Shira. I knew exactly what it meant. I nodded. In an instant, brief and bloody, Jacob and McCain had overpowered my guards, taken their weapons, and shot down the conspirators where they stood. I think back to the day more than I care to admit. If I had gotten more than a couple hours of sleep, I could have talked them down. If I had been a little more headstrong, could I have handled them better? If I was then who I am today, could I have convinced the insurgents all those times and tried to negotiate for peace instead of letting them walk into our home and massacre us? I don't think so. I would have pulled the trigger myself, no questions asked. I would have smothered them before they even got out of Crow. I would have ended it there and then, rather than trying to save anyone, only to save no one. Save everyone, only to save no one. Now I reap the results of a 30-year war that I know will never end, not until I wipe out the insurgents for good. The day I was betrayed by my own people in the ECA, I had conspirators' bodies put on display in the town square. I could not bear to look at what I had done, but I made sure everyone else did. There's a sword over my head, hanging from a thread. There is no more room for mistakes, otherwise it's all over for all of us. She was betrayed by the ECA. After Maxwell was taken out, she must have took over. And we got a little back lore on her now. That's what I'd like to hear about. Alright. Find out what's going on here. Oh, that's a guy. Creepy as hell, man.
No, because he won't. Because he can do what the fuck he wants.
Hey, never been so happy to see a familiar face. You haven't aged a day.
You got old, my friend.
30 years, to be exact.
In the hallway, that was Seth. What was he doing here?
Ignoring our pleas for help.
I thought it was on your side.
Seth, he's not on anyone's side. The insurgents have altered their walking nightmares. We're lucky Seth shows up to fight them back sometimes, but only if it fits whatever the hell game he's playing. Hey, damn it.
You have no idea how bad it is, Outrider. We thought we escaped the apocalypse. We thought we could start over again here. But we were wrong. I was wrong.
You're,
Do you know why I'm in charge? Because I'm the only officer left alive. The insurgents at our door, they're feral, sadistic. They have us surrounded. We're low on food and bullets. And if those freaks don't kill us, this planet will!
Welcome back.
The black fungus in the forest. We never found a cure. The mountains are filled with abominations. And the anomaly storms get bigger every year. We don't have much time left. If we don't find a way out of this valley, if we don't find a miracle, this last shred of humanity is over.
Shira!
Well, would you look at that?
I can do things now. I don't understand, but maybe there's a reason.
Yes, you are. I guess I know why I saved your damn life all those years ago.
I'm sure this isn't exactly what you had in mind.
I'm not complaining.
Still, I don't get it. The day we landed, that storm, it tore Cuthbert apart, but not me. Why? Why was I...
Altered? Who the hell knows? When those storms hit, some get ripped inside out, some turn pink polka dot, and a few come back. Fucking immortal.
Nothing about the anomaly makes sense. It disrupts the laws of nature. It mutates whatever it touches. Early on, the ECA's best scientists tried to understand the storms, to tame them. None survived.
I guess you got lucky, boss. Or maybe not.
All I care about is that you are on our side. Our only supply line is blocked by an altar that our weapons cannot touch. Out by the old solar array. Seth had no interest in helping us, but now, you're here.
Hell, why not? Maybe I can buy humanity another day.
Yeah, we check out that,
What
was
the
that
hell was
97
that?
point something
The whole
gigahertz?
first line just collapsed! Like an earthquake, alright? I think we lost our whole first line of defenses!
On my way. Go, go, go!
Hey, in case I don't get another chance, I tried to find you, but it all went to shit. We had to run for our lives.
Forget it. I'm alive. We should have been dead 10 times over, if not for Tanner, if not for Shira. I'm the one with dues to pay now, Yakum.
Boss, I missed you. It's good to have you back. Now go beat that altar's ass for us, so we can get back in this goddamn fight.
Son of a...
Whoa,
Outrider, be careful out there.
what was that?
It's bad.
I'll see what I can do. Shira, I still got about 30 years of
Your
questions
side
to
quests
catch
are
up on.
unlocked.
So
Okay.
if you make it back in one piece, come and ask me. But I don't promise I'll have all the answers.
When you progress through the main storyline, new side quests become available. Check out the radar or world map for new icon. Okay. And we also unlocked a new skill called Thermal Bomb. Okay. Skills. Select an enemy to burn, interrupt, and deal 39 damage. If you kill the enemy while they're infected, they explode, dealing 336. Wow. 14-second cooldown. That's a 13-second cooldown. Okay, did I get a point? When do I get a point? I mean, I'm leveling up here. What the hell? Okay, I think we went, that's where we went. We went in there, knocked that out. And it looks like we're heading to an unknown area. Nice, I like that. Oh, and a small point. I noticed when Jakob over here was pouring his drink, you could actually see the fluid coming out of the bottle going into the glass. I thought that was a nice little touch. Some games, people drink out of bottles and glasses, and they pour stuff in them, and you never see the actual fluid. So that was a nice little touch. I kind of noticed that. Little things like that, you know, it shows attention to detail, and they actually care. Let's take a look at the quest map here. It said we had some new quests. Here, you were here. Okay. 2 of 11. Let's go look at all quests. Something here. Bad day. Where's that vendor at right here? Ah, you can kill exclamation point, duh. Except if you look.
The insurgents took everything I Other vendors are complaining I'm...
Approach, Honorable One. The best selection in Rift Town can only be found at Mr. Chang's.
Who's talking to me?
Come, see what wonders I have for sale.
Another time, mister. I'm having one shitty day.
Bitter wind blows for us all. Come, how about a little hot tea?
Yeah, that's why we're here. Why not?
Not much of an inventory.
Don't mind all this crap, honored one. I keep all the good stuff.
Should have paid, old man.
What the hell?
You're altered. I didn't know.
Think I care? He was about to show me the good stuff.
Just acting on orders.
Whose orders?
Barker, he runs the Hounds gang. He's trying to take out all the vendors in Rift Town. It won't work for him.
First fucking day.
Yeah, I kill him too. You kill an unarmed guy. I mean, what the hell? There we go. We'll go ahead and... Journal entry unlocked. Barker. Take a look at him. He is the leader of the Hounds. Leader of the gangs known as the Hounds, Barker terrorizes the merchants of Rift Town with the help of his thugs. His latest attempt to seize more control of the marketplace saw many merchants killed or abducted with the aim of establishing his own underground cartel. Since Barker's rise to power in the gang, the Hounds became an ever greater thorn in Shira Gutman's side. Barker recognizes he can never best the ECA, but has no intention to. He is happy for the ECA to hold the insurgents at bay, while he takes advantage of the internal turmoil that builds his kingdom within a kingdom. He hides among the general population, making his kennel deep inside the bottom level of the slums. He's been careful not to overextend his reach and provoke the Grand Marshal too much, although he seems to be the changing. That seems to be the changing. He looks pretty tough though. Who else do we have here? Just took care of him. Shira. Ah, that's right up on... Oh, we got... Oh, okay, so that was his younger years. Now that's his older years. Interesting, okay. Let's read about Seth here. One of the few altered fighting on the side of the ECA, Seth's massive power is one of the reasons the ECA still survives. But like the rest of his altered kin, he's unpredictable, unreliable, and not entirely sane. You almost fell victim to Seth when you first encountered him in No Man's Land, but it was only his noticing your Outriders uniform that saved you. Here, Pierce still holds some respect for the Outriders, long after their myth was tarnished for the lost for most. Yeah, I don't know if I would want to tangle with him. And we've read him. That's the same thing. Alright, let's talk about Mr. Chang here, poor guy. A bitter wind blows for us all. Typical junk seller in the Rift Town, but typically pleasant and friendly. Mr. Chang was protective of a business he struggled to maintain in war. Mr. Chang was murdered in cold blood at the hand of a thug working for the Hounds. Yeah, unfortunately he was. The ECA supplies most of the standard equipment to their soldiers, but merchants can provide that extra bit of firepower or protection with custom and higher quality weaponry and armor, at least for those who can afford it. While anyone is free to trade their gear, the ECA tightly controls who is allowed to set up shop within its territory in their Peronia to prevent another insurgency. Other than that, that's Wild West rules. Okay. Weapons on Enoch are as common as bread used to be on Earth. Now a piece of bread costs a fortune. The merchants have been known to take advantage of the lack of competition by coming together to form cartels and fix prices. This conclusion is why, for some, the Hound's attempts to take over the merchant's business isn't entirely unjustified. Poor guy. Alright. Caught up on our lore.
What the hell happened?
The insurgents dug underneath my troops, blew the whole goddamn front to hell. If you can't open the supply line, we're done for.
How long do you think? Down to the bottom?
Some more. Hound's note. This sucks. Merch won all the money I have left playing cards, and even after we caught him cheating, he still wouldn't give it back. Then this drunk Eastern European guy appeared out of nowhere, stole all the vodka I was trying to use to raise money to get us the fuck as far away from here as possible. That was after he puked on my only shirt and broke my fucking gun. This sucks because Barker said that without a gun, he's not going to send me out, and since meals only go to the Hound to go out, I ain't eaten more than a few worms in the whole 10 days now. This really sucks. Ooh, he's eating worms? Shh. Maybe things will change once we take control of the market and people have to buy everything from us. Maybe I won't never have to eat another worm again. I just gotta put the fear of hell in the vendors trying to organize against us. Well, life is not as simple as it should be here for the Hounds. I think we gotta go down some more.
Got enough weight to die without the Hounds in my body.
Okay.
Ain't nobody stupid enough to go.
Oh, they put this poor guy clean. Alright. So what's happening here?
The Hound's hideout. Barker will be down here somewhere.
Clear the slums. Let's test out this new skill we picked up here. Oh God! I like that. Think you're safe back there? Poor guy right beside. Nice. Oh, 3 of them. Nice. Nice. You're right. Can we upgrade to World Tour 3? Why not? Claim rewards? Okay. So anything over here? this way. I mean, I'm digging the story right now. I'm having fun with it. Combat seems, you know, fluent, so. Ammo replenished. Ah, got some more lore to read.
Looks like the scumbag who killed Chang was telling the truth about the hounds.
Eva's letter. Mr. Chang, I know you're itching to strike back everyone with a stall is, but I can tell you from experience that fighting back against gangs like the Hounds doesn't make any difference unless you can take out their leader. His name's Barker, and I know where he lives. But he's way too protected down there to attack straight on. We wouldn't survive long enough to get anywhere near him. Even the ECA won't make a move on him. Their hands are too full fighting insurgents. But I think I've got a way to get close to him. He won't see it coming. In the meantime, try to stay safe and tell the others to sit tight. Probably somebody else found out about it, and that's probably why they killed him, unfortunately. I think I need more ammo. Yeah, we're good. Alright. Let's open the gate. Well, I can tell a difference. I mean, we're not just blasting through them like we were before. It's actually taken a couple bullets here to... God, that was a waste. Wow, that flame, man, it's pretty potent. Think you're safe up there? Alright, let's take a look around here. Didn't really get a chance to explore, so... No fate. Ah, here we go. Loot. I like loot. Wow, okay. Bolt action rifle. That. Let's get rid of that shotgun. Okay. See anything else over here? Guess you can't climb up there. Alright. Let's see what's going on in here. There he is.
Fuck off! You can't take her back!
Who, the girl? This isn't a rescue, you Barker.
Do I know you?
Mr. Chang sends his regard. Oh, come on! It's right in the middle of my line.
You were taking too long.
Planning it all the way here.
Thanks for the rescue anyway.
Again, really wasn't here for you.
Did you say... Mr. Chang, is he alright?
No.
Fuckers! Like, it's not bad enough having insurgents trying to drag us all to hell. We gotta have these low-life gangsters on our streets picking us off from the inside.
Yeah, I know the game. Really hasn't changed a whole lot.
Hey, you did a good thing. Got a bad guy off the street, and I'm walking home without a scratch. I'm Eva, by the way. Got a stall near Chang's place. You should come see me there sometime.
You want to throw me a discount? Ah, Eva Lopez. Vendor in Rift Town. A brave, capable merchant in the Rift Town and a friend of Mr. Chang's. She is one of the few to resist the Hound's attempts to intimidate the merchants and control the marketplace. You found her being held by Barker, the leader of the Hounds. She turned the tables on Barker and helped put an end to his racket. Yeah. That she did. Got some blue over here. Was that a rare double gun? Oh, okay, I like that. Go.
This Barker was a piece of work.
Yeah, let's find out some information on him. Private journals. Barker's journal. The problem with desperate men is they don't scare easy. Not unless you get real creative. Feeding them, giving them a roof, it only makes them lazy. Fear is only universal motivator. But dying just doesn't scare people like it used to. If you want to outlive these degenerates down here, I gotta play the role they expect of me. Barker, Chief of the Hounds, Lead Executioner, Blackest of Heart. I need them more afraid of me than they are dead. I need to haunt their nightmares. Better to roll in hell than to dig ditches above. Guy's a psycho, man. Yep, we're better off without him. Alright, so where are we at on this map? Okay, so we cleared out this, and we cleared out the Hound's warehouse, and I think we kind of made our way over here, so now the only place left to go is this area over here. Okay. Head back. And go here. So far I'm digging it. I can already tell a noticeably difference in my damage output versus the damage output of the enemies. So there's another. Actually, there's two of them. Ah, emote wheel. You can play an emote by opening the emote wheel or something. Okay. The Landing. A History of Madness by R.T. Elliott. The official archive, January 2159. After an 83-year-long journey, the Flores finally reached Enoch's orbit. The trip wasn't without its trials, as cosmic radiation, solar flares, and other deep space hazards had caused many system failures. The ECA feared these cracks would grow worse and longer they delayed, waiting for the optimal window in which to proceed with the landing. Adding to the uncertainty, the probes that were sent to the planet's surface failed to return the necessary data to greenlight the landing. The majority of the probes encountered high ionization of the atmosphere and persistent static, which led to the loss of signal, something that they worried many. If the first colony on Enoch was to succeed, time was of the essence. The ECA made a decision to send the Outriders. Unfortunately, yep. On January 2159, Earth time, the Outriders first touched the ground on Enoch. They didn't mean winter on this particular part of Enoch, as the weather was spring-like, with Enoch's days and seasons are very similar to Earth's. A new calendar will likely be required. Until then, I'm sticking with the calendar I know. The Outriders were instructed to recover the missing probes and verify the data collected. Following this, they would oversee the first modules and pods to be brought down to the surface, which details many remain hazy on what exactly happened to the Outriders that day. The ECA successfully completed these first stages of the colonization. Among the first modules to be brought down was a nuclear-powered engine that propelled the Flores. One of the engines was designed for landing on the surface of Enoch to serve as a temporary power supply for the colony. Due to the engine's prodigious size, the task of bringing it down caused anxiety to many. The consequences of any accident that might occur during its ascent would mean not only a limited supply of energy, but also a potential meltdown of the core. Ugh. For this reason, the engine was the first module to be brought down before all the drop pods. Alright, that makes sense. SM Flores was beyond doubt a miracle of modern engineering, especially considering the chaotic end days it arose out of. So many details have been considered, knowing that there would be no resupply drops. Everything that would be needed from launch to landing to colonization would have to be built into the ship's structure. The core design principle of modularity, each component could be individually attached or detached from the main ship without compromising the integrity of the whole. Any malfunction damage could easily be isolated and upgrades could be made without disruption. The Flores was a host to dozens of drop pods, autonomous vessels that carried cryopods containing the colonists as well as essential resources and equipment. These drop pods could automatically navigate to the coordinates they were assigned while coordinating with each other to avoid collisions. Interesting. I think I saw one more over here. Shit. Oh. Yep, if you go around. Textile manufacturing. Okay. Professor J.J. Karpinski, December 2159. Textile production was a crucial step to achieve self-sustainability. Initial plans assumed the production of both synthetic and natural textiles, but after the anomalous appearance and the difficulties a colony faced with growing crops on the surface, natural textiles became unfeasible. During the early days, most textiles were made from polymers available as a byproduct of oil refinement. The first step in creating textiles is the spinning of the polymer into fiber form, which makes it even more durable than the polymer itself, and is accomplished through the melting of the polymer and extraction through extruder jets. Owing to the oil extracted in the bitumen sands, we have a steady supply of polymers as a byproduct of oil refinement. The machines involved in creating fibers are mostly mechanical, although they will have to be modified for manual operation since any prospect of automation has been rendered null. Without robots that can operate 24/7, we will have to take into account that manual labor will be required, careful allocation of human resources, the potential for injury, and the reduction in quality and efficiency for all the fiber products. It has become clear that fabric production is an immediate need for thousands of our citizens that were brought out of cryostasis during the mass awakening. These citizens have little in any way of clothing except their cryosuits, which are entirely unfit for labor, and most other environmental conditions they have to endure, like what we came out of. Alright, we should be caught up for a while. Okay, grab a little ammo. Got a check mark here. Oh, hey!
Good to see you again. You'll be pleased to know the hounds are still scared shitless to come around here.
Good, good.
Well, well. I was hoping I'd see you around these parts again.
Well, you just made a lousy day 2.5% better. Besides, with Mr. Chang gone, I still need a vendor.
Well, anything you see, happy to give you a better discount.
We'll say about that. Ooh. Weapon life leech. It's got armor piercing. It's got crit damage. I don't know, I'm liking that weapon life leech here. 1,800 shards. Oh, I just not noticed that too. That stuff's on the timer, man. So it changes. Interesting. Okay. We'll go ahead and sell. Eventually, I'm probably gonna have to deconstruct this stuff because it's like the Division. You got resources here.
Thanks again for getting the guy who killed poor Mr. Chang.
No problem, man. I'm not really into the sniper thing here. Killing, whoa. Ruler of leeches. Killing a shot increases weapon leech by 20% for 20 seconds. Interesting. A little less damage than that, but this also has a lot more firepower as far as, and it's got a 100 round clip. Okay, now we gotta carve a path. You can repeat side quests each time, getting a different reward.
Grand Marshal's got us patrolling
Interesting, okay.
downtown. Gravel's not content with dodging the bad guys' bullets.
Is that all the side quests that we can do for right now? Making sure. I think that is. Okay. Alright, let's carry on with the main quest here. Carve a path to the Solar Tower. Use the matchmaking station at the camp to start or join a co-op session. You can become a party later, play with your friends. Nope. Co-op voting. All players need to agree before proceeding to... Nope. I'll make those decisions. Thank you. What was that? Gauss, Besieger of Rifttown. Do you control your powers, or do they control you? It's not too late to pick the winning side. That guy looks creepy, man. Look at that look at his chest. Altered Gauss. An insurgent alter gifted with the power to manipulate electromagnetic energy. Gauss has taken residence in the solar tower near Rifttown, blocking a crucial supply line that supports Rifttown. Rumors about his upbringing tell us he was born in Enoch in the early days of the colony. Orphaned at the age of 5, the boy barely survived childhood amid non-stop chaos and violence. Like me among the insurgents, his grave turned into festered anger for the ECA actions that led to his parents' death. The day the storm hit his platoon, mutating him into a powerful altered, was the day that he could truly realize his fury. Gauss went on a rampage against the ECA for days on end, leading to the loss of much ground in Eagle Peaks. The transformation from human to alter seems to take an immense toll on the psyche. While the negative expressions of the individual's personality are amplified, many of their positive traits are muted. Their personal relationships quickly deteriorate. They grow alienated from their communities and eventually become entirely detached from society. It's unknown whether this is a result of an innate condition of being altered, or whether it's due to how the altered are perceived and feared by those they once called friends. God, look at the veins on his arm. Oh, God. Alright. I guess that's what we have to look forward to.
It just collapsed. It's gone. You don't understand.
This is lore central, buddy. I mean, it's just everywhere I turn around, man, there's feeding the colony. Professor J.J. Krapinski, April 2159. Most water was sourced from the river that coursed through the colony, using water purifiers deployed at the riverbank that channel into the reservoir and provide fresh water. A chemical plant produced synthetic fertilizer in great quantities and was used to supply the crop soil, which was necessary nutrients to grow crops. That same fertilizer was employed by the quarry to produce explosives for drilling and blasting, a method used for rock breaking and excavation. Most of us will likely have to stick to the rations we brought aboard the ship before the crop gives their first yield. An important source of nutrition for the colonists is insects. Mostly grasshoppers and termites. Several kilograms of eggs for each species were brought aboard the Florus. The rapid life cycle of these insects allowed the production of large volumes of food in a matter of weeks. The insect conversion rate was among the highest among animal proteins, more efficient than beef, pork, or poultry. The breeding of insects is easy, requires little space, and they can be fed with farming byproducts unsuitable for human consumption. Mature grasshoppers and termites were cooked and milled in order to produce insect flour, which could be used as an addition to provided rations. When I look at the termite stew, this is the first time I've benefited from being without a sense of taste. Okay. As agricultural infrastructure construction continues apace, we're looking forward to seeing the result of the first crops. Additional square kilometers kilometers of fields that were planted in a variety of seeds farms that have become fully automated, and botanical, zoological, microbiological research is well underway. A central focus of research has been the suitability of local flora and fauna for human consumption. In addition to that, local pathogens were analyzed in order to determine possible hazards. Dang. A lot of stuff to have to go through, man, just to survive.
When you get up there, don't stop moving. Stay calm.
Okay, boss. Do you see a big tower? That's where you need to get. The old solar tower. But it's a mess out there. Everything's upside down.
Yeah, I noticed. Don't worry, I'm carving my way through it.
Well, this is pretty simple. I mean, you can't really go anywhere. I mean, the game is pretty much forcing you to go one direction, so that's good. What's this? Collecting minerals. Deposits such as this one will allow you to gather resources used in crafting. Okay. Yep. Can I not get it? Huh. Well, that sucks. I seriously can't pick that. Do that with that? Huh. Okay. Well, moving on. Nice! Took that too. That's what I was waiting for. Stick up on people. That it? What? What was that? Check out Rifleman here. Insurgents Rifleman. Forming the backbone of the most cannon foddered in the insurgent army, the Rifleman is the first line of defense and the first line of attack. They're responsible for fortifying defenses, replenishing ammunition, maintaining equipment, manning stationary guns, keeping watch, and the disgusting unidentified work of clearing out filth that accumulates in the trenches. Oh man. In combat, the Rifleman is an agile, fast-moving soldier that provides cover support for the other units and that prefer to keep close or keep their distance. The Rifleman will attempt flanking maneuvers or use frag grenades to flush out targets that hunker down behind cover. and can deploy smoke canisters or conceal positions and confuse their opponent. It only takes a heartbeat to qualify for a rifleman, and they are granted minimal armor. When given the room to maneuver, they use their grenades, however, they can pose a deadly threat. Interesting, okay. And we have Cutthroat. Cutthroat, an entirely familiar with the claustrophobic narrows of the trenches, soldiers are often forced to engage in hand-to-hand combat using their fists or the butts of their weapons, but facing a charging, mutilating, cutthroat-wielding scythe, there is little the average soldier can do to fight back. Crazed, suicidal zealot that has forsaken projectile weapons for the thrill of getting up close and personal, the cutthroat will often tightly bind their arms, legs, or waist with cords to restrict blood flow. Ugh. Yeah, I can see it on its arm. Dang. If they are wounded, this stops them from bleeding out before they slaughter their target. If they succeed in closing distance with their prey, the cutthroat unleashes a flurry of deadly strikes that sharpen weapons. The best defense is to relentlessly charge head on and never turn their back to their enemy. The cutthroat is not only fearless in the face of death, but actively seeks martyrdom and is deadlier for it. They remind me of the Suiciders in Division 2. Guys that just run up to you, man. Just don't care if they live or die, man. They're coming. Okay. What else is out here? I want to explore everything. I want to do everything I can. There is another thing over here. What is this stuff here? I mean, can I not mine this stuff? Am I missing something? What the hell? Now this one lets me? Got 116 iron. Dang. Nice. Well, you know what? Hang on. If it lets me mine that, I'm going back and getting this other one. I'm sorry. Oh, wrong way. Maybe it's bugged. I don't know. Damn, that's bullshit right there, man. That's just not right. Alright. Let it go. Let it go. Let's just keep on moving. Something over here. That's where we need to go. Go ahead and disassemble that, get some parts off of it. Okay, more visual customization, okay. We need to get a little bit of resources to it. That's one way to open it. Explorer flag. This is an explorer flag. Once you capture it, you can... Oh, okay, this is our fast travel. Not be captured or used during combat. Okay. Put this down. Go. So now if I pull up my map, there's my... Okay, capture the flag basically. Okay. Now can I use this one? Yeah, that other one's gotta be bugged then. That sucks. Nice. Got an achievement. Now where does this go? We're here. Is there anything even over there? Interesting. What's that noise? Oh, stuff's spewing out of those. Oh, we got a side quest up here. That's it. Take a look here. The Coming End. History of Earth, The Coming End, The Point of No Return, article year 2048. The latest earthquake's epicenter was recorded in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, down the fault line that courses between Africa and South America. Although the Richter scale does not typically have an upper limit, seismometers have failed to provide constant readings on just how intense the quake was. As residents of neighboring coastal areas will attest, however, their houses and workplace crumbled first before the ruins were swept away by the following tsunami. For those cities that still stood, no effort at evacuation could have prevented the ensuing catastrophe. Rio de Janeiro was struck up by approximately 2 hours and 17 minutes after the earthquake occurred. Many flocking to the city hills, seeking the highest altitudes they could reach, but the ocean water reached even the feet of Cristo Render atop Corcovado Mountain, which stands more than 2,000 feet above ground. Jeez. Most of the city's population, which numbered at 12 million, is missing, together with tens of thousands of travelers. Fortaleza, Cape Town, St. Lucia, Lagos, Puerto Rico. The same story repeats for many cities and islands caught up in the path of this mega tsunami. This disaster follows several others that have occurred in the latest decade. Their increasing intensity, combined with the overwhelming number of scientific studies urging the action, forced world leaders to confirm that more disasters like this will follow, ultimately rendering the planet uninhabitable by the middle of the 23rd century. Perhaps the world's leaders believed 200 years would be so far removed in time to allay people's worries. Perhaps they thought that promising to save billions of the great-great-great-grandchildren would satisfy us. But for half the world's people, as things currently stand, their cups aren't exactly overflowing, and the dying world they all know, which lives, hold priority. Well, I think this is a good stopping point right here. Looks like we're in the middle of this right here. We're fixing to probably go into another zone right over here. And it looks like we have another side quest. I'm seeing it up here on my mini map. So I want to check that out, but we're going to do that in the next episode. Like I said, we got quite a bit accomplished. We're starting to level up a little bit. So, double check here. I still want to know what, there's like a side area over here, but anyway, we'll look at that in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one.